Welcome back to the Bodmin Railway as we take a look inside the signal box. Hi, I'm Matt, one of the volunteers here at the Bodmin Railway, and I'm currently inside Bodmin General's signal box. Now, a signal box is here to control all the movements of trains within the station area to keep things running safely for passengers and our staff here. Now, in the signal box there are 28 levers down below. It's known as the lever frame, and these control all the movements of signals, which allow trains to move, points, which can change track direction, so trains don't have to stay on one line, and point locks, which lock sets of points in place to make sure they don't wobble around. Then above that we've got what's known as the shelf. Now this sort of tells the signalman what's going on and also lets him change the levers below. And then at the top here we have what's known as the panel, and this shows where everything is and where particular trains might be. Now, let's have a look at the lever frame. So we are currently looking at our lever frame here, 28 levers. You notice there are a number of different colours. Now, red levers are for signals that tell trains whether they can move or not. Black levers are for points, and they change the direction, and the blue ones are point locks. The white ones are spares that are currently not in use. Now, you're thinking, how do these levers work? Well, essentially they work by pulling them either from this position and out, like this lever here is, and then to put the signal back, you throw them back. Now I'll get Chris, our signalman, to demonstrate how a signal works by pulling it out of the frame and then putting it back. So that's how a signal is put to clear. The signal will pull the lever out, and the little red arm will drop from a horizontal position to a lower quadrant 45-degree position. And then to change the signal back from clear to danger, the signalman literally just pops the lever back. Like so, if you could demonstrate, Chris. And that's essentially how signals work. It's just a case of pulling levers out the frame and putting them back into the frame. Now, we also have sets of points, and they work in a very similar fashion. Points are either in what's known as the normal position, where the lever's back on the frame, or the reverse position, where the lever is pulled out of the frame. So we're going to demonstrate a set of points. So if Chris, could you call lever number 10, please? Now you notice there on lever number 10, there's what's known as a repeater. They're these little round things along the shelf, and these tell signalmen what's going on, because there are some signals and points you can't actually see. You have a fairly good view of the station, but only the station here in the signal box. And there's a number of repeaters along the frame, along the shelf even, and these will tell signalmen what's going on, if the signal's in the correct position, is it clear, is it a danger, has it for some reason not done what it's supposed to and is broken. As well as the points, they can tell you if they're in the normal position, in the reverse position, or in the middle and not know what they're doing. So Chris, can you put lever 10 back to the normal and we'll see what happens. So there you saw a point, when the lever went back into the normal position, the what's known as the switch rails move into the normal position, and our little repeater tells us what's going on. Now, you wonder, how do these work? How can this be safe? You're just pulling levers and points and dropping and changing them. How are they kept safe? Well, let me tell you. So the first safety mechanism we have in the box are these things. They are called plungers, and they operate an electrical lock on some of the levers we have in the frame, and most of all the important levers will not be able to be pulled out unless they have been unlocked by a plunger. So that's the first sort of foolproof fail-safe mechanism you have. Now also, down below us, we have what's known as the interlocking room, and this in there is like a little box, and all these levers have a number of pulleys and tablets and things down below that interlock, they interweave, and this stops you a signalman setting up a conflicting move. For example, number 14 points here, this lever controls a set of points just outside the signal box that allows a train out of the shed and into the platform. But its lock is currently in the unlocked position, so any of the signals across that set of points won't work because the points are not in the correct place. And that's another foolproof system we have here. Now finally, up in the upstairs part of the signal box, we have the panel, and this shows the signalman where everything is, the track that they will have control over, and the position of all the signals and all the points. And also, on main passenger lines, you'll get these. Now these are called track circuits, and they're little currents, electrical current that works through a track, and when a train's on it, it short circuits that current and shows up as a light on the panel. And this can show a signalman position of all his trains on main passenger lines, and you see all main passenger lines are black. All the sidings are in this orange and blue colour, and this shows the signalman where everything is and also where trains are. So in here is the interlocking room underneath the signal box. Just up there is where all the levers are from up above that you pull, and out the front here there are all the point rods and the wires that go out to control the signals, and up there all that rodding and this rectangular thing there, that is the actual interlocking. It's like a old-fashioned computer, if you like, of lots of interwoven, interlocked rods that stop a signalman setting up a conflicting move. And these little blue boxes, these are the electrical locks that are operated by the plungers you saw earlier. Again, two forms of foolproof, fail-safe items there that stop trains crashing and keep you, the travelling public, safe. Let's head back upstairs. So you've seen inside the signal box, you've seen inside here how the lever frame works, how the panel works, how the shelf works, and you've also seen what many people don't see, where the magic happens downstairs in the interlocking room, and how this, the signal box, the lever frame, the shelf, the panel, keep you, the travelling public, safe while you're travelling here on our trains. We look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.